Here we are back at Unity Communications to talk about AI integration with our CEO, Patrick Brown. What should current and prospective customers know about our AI agents?
When we deploy a campaign, we first are going to deploy people. The people will then identify the repetitive, low-hanging tasks that should be delegated to an AI agent. The AI agent is always on, it works 24 hours a day, and can handle a lot of tier 1 tasks. However, you have to manage that AI agent, and it creates a really good feedback loop so that the customer has the ability to expand with both people and human, because we want the human connection. We want empathy. We want kindness. We want to be able to express with a human connection the ultimate customer experience, because without, those qualities, at the end of the day, their brand will suffer. With both assets being deployed for our campaigns, the customer future-proofs their operations with both people and AI efficiency.
Could you tell us more about what kinds of AI services, AI agents we're offering?
Everything from AI receptionists, AI customer service agents, AI sales, for the outbound and appointment setting. We are actually starting to get into what they call RPA, which is robotic repetitive process automation, where we are creating and building out workflows that can map out and help with a lot of efficiencies, especially with repetitive tasks. And the reason why we need to keep people in the loop is whenever you automate something, there's going to be updates, there's going to be changes, there's going to be new workflows, and they're not going to be able to do everything. So there's going to be exceptions. So there's exception handling processes done by people who think out of the box, who can reach out to a customer, who could take care of these needs, because with automation, with change, with people, the feedback loop will always create a ever-evolving, ever-changing customer experience with high standards that our clients demand.
Are these AI agents trained to automatically identify cases that need to be elevated to human workers?
Yes and no. So in many cases, there's going to be certain triggers. So like in a chatbot example, the moment it says, I want to talk to a human, that gets transferred to one of our agents here in the center. And if you don't have the ability to have somebody available and it just gets put into this repeat of, one system after another, you're going to frustrate the customer and you're going to lose that customer. By being able to then be seamlessly transferred within the same tech stack, it creates a very seamless experience, it creates a better experience, and also, we learned that a lot of people do want automation because they don't want to talk to a person, and vice versa. So you'll be able to cater to both aspects of the market. We're going to really make our mark by the fact that you can have authentic human empathy and connection as well as automation, because automation does make things efficient. They make things easy. But the moment you start to feel emotion of resentment or anger or frustration, a human needs to come in, because people don't remember what you say, people don't remember what you did, but they always remember how you made them feel. So if you have somebody that you made them feel frustrated because it's just robots that they're dealing with, they're going to have the emotional attachment to leaving you, and they just won't care. Because once you create that negative emotion response, people are going to do something about it, even if it means it costs them more with another vendor.
Is there a trick to knowing if AI or human agents are better for a business's needs?
No, there's no trick. There's literally, at the end of the day, you have to deploy with both, and which one gives a better customer service experience. Here's a great example. We have self-checkout lines at the grocery store. I love them because I don't need for someone to scan my items. I can scan them, pay for them, and walk out. However, if you are somebody that requires a human assistance Like, for example, you have a very large cart full of groceries and vegetables and you don't want to punch every single one, then it makes sense to go through the regular checkout line. So every business is going to have to judge for themselves whether automation in the customer service, tech support, and accounting, what is the best experience they want for their clients. And everyone's going to make their own decision. But there is very few that go all one or the other. It's usually a blend.
Are there any tangible steps that a business could take to find that right ratio for their needs?
Here at Unity, you are now going to be required to be AI certified, meaning you are ready to understand basic prompts, basic engineering, basic, how to talk to an AI program, workflow, feature, all the different acronyms that are out there. They keep coming out with new ones. So that when a client is deploying an AI asset, our agents can determine, hey, we keep seeing this same question being asked. This should probably be automated to answer this, because our customer service agents are on the front lines. They are seeing a lot of the feedback from whoever's product or service is out there, whether you're insurance, hospitality, banking. So since they're hearing everything on the front lines, they are the best source of data to feed the language learning models or whatever AI tool you have to identify a digital workflow that makes sense so that the customer can then get their answers quickly, problem solve faster, and just, really allow their end clients to be able to use their products more effectively and have a better experience.
How does Unity ensure seamless integration into client systems and processes?
So we first start out with the SOP. So we're going to map out what the standard operating procedure is, and we're going to then from there architect or map out the overall workflow. Everyone's different. Our developers and our AI augmentation team and integration team, they map it out, they build it out, they will create integrations in all the different systems using what they refer to as APIs or webhooks. They'll build an agent that operates within this place within a SOC 2 ISO compliant manner, and then you test, and then every week we have calibration calls to improve it over time.
Do these AI agents present new hurdles in terms of data security, considering that they will process a lot more information a lot faster?
There are definitely safety concerns because we have to vet all of our vendors to be compliant with certain types of SOC 2, ISO. There's a lot of different standards that they have to meet. So probably 90% of a lot of the people that come to us and say they can do this product, when we do a deep dive to find out their data infrastructure, is it secure? Will it protect data? Are they, housing their data in some weird locations? So in our due diligence process, we have to ascertain whether or not there's a data risk. And ultimately, there are some really good vendors out there that do a good job, and there are some other ones that don't seem to meet the mark. And if something is not right, it'll come out. And knock on wood, we've done pretty good. We've actually learned and talked to a lot of our peers about who they use. And it's almost like a supply chain. A lot of the big companies that are having success, we're all sharing the same suppliers. There's always going to be a risk of some malware or data breach or anything like that. So you just have to do your homework, don't take any shortcuts, and have 2-3 ways of testing things out. And really, you have to do your due diligence. You can't take any shortcuts.
How does Unity ensure that its AI agents are trained on the right information?
So that's why we start with people. So we all really agree what makes sense to offload this workflow to an AI agent, and then how do you calibrate and QA it. So it's not just about, hey, how do we know that this agent can do this? AI can do a lot of things. How do we know that this AI agent can perform this task at this level consistently, and then how do you QA it? Without all of those questions answered, we don't offload that workflow to an AI agent. Now, there are a lot of AI agents that can create their own feedback loop, go into tickets, read them, and do these things, but you don't want the machines running on autopilot. You have to have somebody going inside, looking under the hood, doing QA. And I am being sold now that there's QA bots to do QA. But at the end of the day, you still have to have a person go in there and edit and log and check it out, because the moment the machines are managing the other machines that are managing the other machines, when it goes wrong, you're not going to know where the breakdown occurred.
Are human interventions still involved in maintaining the AI agents in any way?
So we program different triggers and the different automation tools that when someone specifically expresses that they'd like to talk to a person, they would like to interact or have a connection with their technician, or all the different ways they want to actually connect with a human, those triggers are built into a lot of our AI workflows. I myself avoid doing business with companies that are completely all digital, because at the end of the day, I want to be able to solve a problem, and I would rather solve that problem online and log in and do that. But when there is a issue where I need to get solved and the automation is not solving it, I need to be able to reach an actual person and explain, and it's usually handled fairly well with those companies that care, and I will keep coming back. But those that keep you sending you into that automation loop, it's just, you'll never shake that feeling off. For our brand, our emphasis for what Unity does, it's empathy, it's connection, it's all the different qualities that make a transaction, covered with kindness, and then, made really efficient with AI. And you're going to see a lot and that's why Unity is going to be a leader in the hybrid model, where we lead with people, the people are behind the machines, behind the digitization, so that we can always evolve that experience with people's brands and services that we support.
Will there be a dedicated team supervising Unity's fleet of AI agents?
Right now, there's just a few people, and they all technically work on their different accounts and they meet up with the developer. Will there be like the AI management team, just like we have an account management team? Maybe. Well, we'll see, because we see the management of AI agents actually being able to be done at the customer service level. You don't need a master's degree or some type of special training to augment an AI workflow. You just need to know where it is on the dashboard. We want to push the management of it at the lowest possible level so that people could change it real time. But to put it all into one center where you have to wait until they figure it out, we don't know. But we're open to experimenting and see what's efficient, what makes sense.
Where does Unity's people-first philosophy fit into its new AI services?
We start with people. So whenever you're looking to expand and augment or grow your business, we stand by the fact that we want to start with people first. Because when you onboard people and you are teaching them all of the different aspects of this account, this campaign, this service, through that process of onboarding and teaching, you will identify really what needs to be put onto the digital side. Now, there are other customers, there's other clients that go digital first. They want to digitize everything first and expand to people later. And I think for some people that works. That's just not our approach. We are people first, simply because we really, really believe that having that authentic human connection first and then putting digital behind it is what we're good at. And we want to be really authentic to our clients that this is what our strengths are, this is where we start. We are a hybrid AI-enabled BPO, not an AI-only BPO, not a digital-first BPO, but a hybrid AI-enabled.
Can you tell us some more about how this AI enablement will shake up Unity's workforce?
We expect that many of our accounts will not need as many people to do the same amount of work. We intend to take the people that are no longer needed for these repetitive and the automated tasks. We're going to have them be the ones then to really finesse the AI management tools. So we're going to have a different kind of need in worker. People see it as you don't need those people. I don't see it that way. I see it, this is a person that is experiencing and has seen what automation can transform. We are now teaching that person, watch and see how it transforms. You no longer need to do this repetitive work. Instead, we want you to design a similar workflow for a similar customer so that you can then show additional experience and services to this new account. So it's not a matter of disruption. It's a matter of, do you pivot, change, and then change with it to become something new? There are some people that are not going to make that change. And I really feel a bit of responsibility for that, but the technology is here. And that is why we are enabling all of our agents to learn AI, to grow with AI. And AI it's just going to be a part of our life. If you're not going to learn and grow it with tools like learning the browser when the internet came out, learning the Office when, email came out, then you are going to lose your job to somebody else that knows AI. There's a very good phrase that says, a lot of people are asking, am I going to lose my job to AI? The answer is no, but you might lose your job to somebody else that has AI skills. So the answer is, it's in your hands. Learn AI, learn to use it, be good at it, and there'll be a place for you. Everybody's worried that they're going to be displaced. Everybody's worried they're going to lose their jobs. The answer is they're not. You see, when businesses run efficiently on this side, it allows them more resources to build other products and services that they're going to need people for.
Do you think AI will be advanced enough to be fully autonomous at work?
I'm afraid to answer that question because it's getting really good. But as we look more and more into different AI models, AI can do a lot of amazing things, but it still has to be steered by people. And I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you what's going to happen 5 years from now. But after 18 years of being promised driverless cars, we barely have them and they're still making mistakes. But will it get to the point where it runs things? I don't know. But there are certain parts of businesses that it runs well. A good example is trams at airports. All the trams are automated. There's no people running them. It works well. But when it doesn't, you need a bunch of people trying to fix what's going on. There's still people that have to maintain those systems. So will it ever get to the point where it's running itself? I don't think in our lifetime, but I'm a small person in a big world. I only know what I know. And right now, it's really an incredible journey to see and watch.
All right, so there you have it. That's what's up with the AI integration over here at Unity Communications. Our clients are looking forward to it, and so are we, and I hope everyone else is too. See you next time.